I don't know if anybody expected anything less from a rivalry game. I did not. I'm happy for our fans. I know how important this game is to the Gamecock Nation. And I'm especially happy for Sam Muldrow and John Dre Jefferson. You know, Sam in particular, just because, you know, I think in rivalry games, you know, the rivalries because you know, they should be back and forth. And you know, we hadn't won in 6 years, and for Sam to be a part of breaking that streak and making sure he leaves on a winning note against a rival, I think is something that's really good, and I'm very happy for him. You know, I think the thing with this team that continues to encourage you about moving forward and looking to the future, and I don't mean next year or the year after, I mean right now, I mean tomorrow, is that you know, we keep finding ways, and it's different guys, and you know, this was a game where we didn't get to play to our strengths for a variety of reasons. I think they did a good job of controlling tempo, and I think, you know, we missed so many easy open shots that I think could have at any moment kind of changed the pace and flow of the game. We couldn't get our pressure set the way we wanted to, and I think it just kind of affected our guys mentally. We had that one stretch, I think maybe it was at least 4, it might have been 5. I have to watch the film where we just could not get it to go in. And for a young team to have to grind it out the way that we did and still find a way to come out on top, I mean, that's really encouraging for me as a coach. And you know, we're not playing anywhere near where we're going to. I think we got a lot better offensively for sure. But to hold them to 38% shooting and 3 for 16 from the 3, you know, the one area that's key to us, and we tell our guys it's got to be there every night. That we didn't perform well in this. We didn't rebound the ball well tonight, and I think you credit them for that. They did a good job on the glass. But you know, again, I think all in all, a great win for a lot of reasons with this team.
Questions, guys?
It seemed like Sam and John Dre were just kind of on their game from the outset. Did you guys challenge them to be more aggressive, or do you think it was just senior in the rivalry game, that kind of thing?
You know, I mean, seniors, you know, meant something to them, and I think they played like it. You know, I think in a rivalry game, a lot of times it sounds cliche, but you know, it kind of comes down to who wants it more. And I don't think anybody wanted any more than John Dre and Sam. And I thought Sam was really ultimately the difference in the game. We had a bunch of guys make some key plays for us. Obviously, Bruce hit a couple big shots, but I mean, Sam's presence was huge, and it was from start to finish. And whether it was, you know, block shots, you know, key jumper on the baseline, getting fouled, and knocking down huge free throws when it counted, got a big rebound late. I mean, he brought us the presence tonight that I think makes him, you know, an outstanding player, and he played like a senior should, you know, especially in a rivalry game. So we're really happy for Sam and the way he played. I thought he was a huge key.
Coach, what was the explanation you got on the technical?
That he did a chin up on the rim and nobody was around.
Coach, you had mentioned earlier this week that you wanted the team to make more easy shots. It seemed like there, as you mentioned, a period where that wasn't happening. What do you think caused that?
Well, I think there were times where you know, we moved the ball better and got the kind of shots we wanted, and they just didn't go down. I think to some degree, and this is a part where we've got to learn and grow and keep getting better. You know, they did a good job of pressuring in the half court, and threw our timing off a little bit. You know, I think we stopped and got kind of stagnant. And so, you know, those are basketball things that we can keep getting better at and need to continue to work on. So I think you have to credit their defense for that, and then us just understanding, you know, how to do a better job of attacking that. You know, we didn't run well tonight, and then again, you know, we had a bunch of easy ones that were the kind that we wanted, whether they were putbacks or drives to the basket that just, you know, did not fall. I mean, I know Malik Cook missed 2 in the second half that, you know, if you gave them to him 100 more times, it probably makes 99 of them. They just didn't go in.
Darren, when Bruce shot the three-pointer, was that designed for him all the way? Did you tell him to go out and create something? And how did you feel watching him rise up?
I always feel good when he has the basketball. And, you know, he's a guy that, you know, wants and is capable of making big shots. And the first ingredient of taking shots late in the game is wanting it. You know, not whether you can make it or not, but whether you want it. Nobody wants it any more than he does. But, you know, late in the game, just to try to help us spread the floor a little bit, we were in the double bonus, keep the ball in our best ball handler's hand. You know, we wanted to spread the floor a little bit and keep the ball in his hands. You know, we led to a jumper by Sam one time, led to Sam getting fouled, and then put him in a position to have the ball to make a couple plays like he did. He had a driving layup, which was good, and hit that big 3 as well.
There it is.
Do you see this as kind of a step-by-step process with this team, and are you pleased with the fact that you are making progress each game?
Yeah, I think, and that's sort of what I was trying to say earlier. Is that I mean, just every game presents a different challenge for our team, whether it's the way the team plays or the environment, or tonight had a bunch. They're a difficult team to play against because how they pressure and they want to grind it out. We don't. It was a rivalry game. And every game is sort of like a different test. And this team, win or lose, I think continues to respond. And really, ultimately, as a coach, that's all you're asking for your kids, is that they respond. We'll get better at basketball, and sometimes big shots won't go in. The other team will make some, but we've been really pleased with this team that they've responded, and they've done it in practice, as well. When they've been challenged, and that's what's exciting about moving forward. And that doesn't mean you're always going to win, but I think this is a team that wants to be good and is willing to do the little things it takes to continue to get better.
Coach, back to Bruce. Just how big was that three for him versus development of learning kind of how to play late in games and just handle the whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think where he's going to continue to grow and develop playing late in games is understanding, what play to make. Whether we're trying to, head to turnover against the press, great to get away from it, but cannot turn the basketball over in that situation if you're an elite point guard. In terms of him making big shots and developing, he's done that in every close game we've had. He'll continue. He's just one of those guys. He's going to do that. But I think continuing to learn how to play, so similar to a quarterback, late in games, manipulating the offense, getting what you want. I think he'll continue to grow in that, but he's 7 games in right now.
Coach Akeem always never has a monster game, but always has a 3 in this category, a 4 here. He just fills it up. How important is that?
He's a winner. I mean, that's why he was our cornerstone recruit, and the first guy we signed, Akeem Jackson, is a flat-out winner, and the kind of guy that you want on your team. And as you said, the numbers won't always show it, but he's big every single night for this team.
Coach, you said that the start of this year's team is the team, but you relied really on 6 players tonight. Same was kind of true of Western Kentucky. Is there a core 6 that you can rely on right now and trying to work the others in, or what's happening with that? Just trying to get 7 on more into the game.
Yeah, I think if you look at our minutes, we still have 8 guys in double-figure minutes. So I would consider that we're using 8 quite a bit. But I think when you get in close games, just circumstances, create and dictate some things. And the other part is, we'd like to play 8, 9, or 10, but 8, 9, and 10 have to play well. Steven Spinella's been terrific some games for us. Wasn't as good tonight, and so that's part of it as well. But I think that on some level, you want to go with the guys that you think, given the situation, are going to be able to help you the most, and that's really what we're doing right now.
Did you feel any extra pressure to get this win since it was the rivalry game and would be your first, or did you kind of look at it as just another game on the schedule too?
Well, it's not another game on the schedule. That's it. It's never that. But I didn't feel any pressure personally because this isn't about me. But as I said, I really wanted it for Sam and Jandre especially, and for the freshmen. I mean, 6 in a row is just not. That's not a rivalry. That's that's a pounding, and we needed to stop that. And so. Mostly happy for our seniors and our kids, and as I said in my opening statement, our fans.
Holding the 38% shooting and to have to scrap down the stretch, pull it out, what does that speak more to?
I'm sorry?
Holding the 38% shooting and have to scrap down the stretch, pull it out, what does that speak more to?
Yeah, it speaks to we're not playing very well offensively, for one, but again, I think to hold them to a low shooting percentage and make the defensive plays we needed to make over and over, especially when you're not playing well offensively. And I think, when you coach this style, that's an extremely tough thing to ask of players because you got a lot of guys that, their game is scoring and playing and being athletic. And when that's not happening, it's hard to do it on the other end. And that's why I said, veteran teams learn that and they do it. We're finding a way to do it now with a team that's not anywhere close to veteran, one guy that has any experience. And so I think it says a lot to, that these guys are bought into listening to what we have to say, that if you want to be good and you really do want to win big and play in the NCAA tournament and compete for championships, you have to defend and you have to rebound. And the fact that we're doing that and showing signs of it is good, but we got a lot of work to do too. We got to get a lot better.
Darren, can you talk about just this transition that they're into with Brad And just from a coaching standpoint, you know, sort of it's probably not like playing Clemson has been, you know, the last few years.
Yeah, you know, again, I mean, I thought they were really good defensively. You know, they don't pressure full-court trap and you know, run around as much, but really solid in the half court and try to make it tough for you. You know, they execute what they want on offense. I mean, you know, I mean, I thought they were a really good team. You know, coming into the game, and I think they're a good team after playing. You know, without question. I think you know, anytime there's transition, there's an adjustment period for everybody. But that's true every year. You know, we're in our third year, and as I've said, sometimes it feels like the first because we have so many new guys, and you know, players are learning, you know, what to do, and coaches are learning players, and that's just all part of the process.
All right, guys, thanks.